So we all know that routine helps. It helps to keep our mind focused and calm, especially in moments of uncertainty. And I'm just going to interview Rosina Dalla, a very active person who's always on the go, who's always doing 101 things and cannot sit still. And I just wondered how she has managed to keep herself in this self quarantine, self isolation stage since the 8th of March. So, Rosie, if you tell me what was your first week and then how did you establish your routine?
My first week started on March the 8th.
Mhm.
It triggered off with the everything around me, and I decided to isolate myself.
Mhm.
And so I started to clean up everything, my drawers, my kitchen drawers, my shopping cupboard, anything in storage, everything and anything. I just basically, it was as though I was moving into a new house. And so that got me going with a bit of exercise, not wanting to go out, just isolating myself basically, and learning how I was going to go through this new life, not knowing that it was going to be for so many weeks, but that's how I started my first week. And then I began to distance myself from the TV because that was affecting me. It didn't help me to listen to the TV all the time. So I basically, I just organized myself in a way that I was like going on a holiday, or what would I do and how I was going to keep myself up for my children, because they began to get concerned about me. So that was my first week, and a lot to do. I just kept busy. By the second week, I was being asked um, by friends that they were bored, and what was I doing that was making me look happy and cheerful. And
Tell me about your routine.
my routine basically starts with 7 o'clock. I've always got up with either the sun coming in
Mhm.
during the summer months, or now it comes in at 7. So I wake up with the sun, sort of the light. Um, and I say my prayers, open up my zikr tasbeehs on video, then do my rituals, my shower, my everything after I've actually got the sun coming in. So I do actually sunbathe and visualize. I'm in a beautiful beach in Sardinia, somewhere I haven't been, and so it gets me going. And then I open my emails because I want to only open the ones that are going to give me some beautiful readings or poems or songs or zikr. And I keep it on until I'm ready to go downstairs.
And I see you send a lot of them out as well.
Yeah, I do, because I feel that there are, especially the single women and my group chat, they all will need it. I think my first week was perhaps not a week when everybody was, um, isolated like I had done. And so that kept me thinking about all my single friends.
So
Some
tell
of
me,
them I had to,
let's go back to your routine, and I shouldn't have
yeah, yeah,
distracted
yeah.
you. So then after you've had your bath and you've, done your rituals and you've looked at your emails, the positive
Yes,
ones, then
yeah.
what do you do?
Well, normally I stay with the routine that I have a brunch rather than a breakfast.
Hmm.
So I come downstairs and prepare my breakfast, and get my supplements all ready,
Hmm.
and get into that routine of what I'm going to eat for the evening, what's going to be what are going to be my warm drinks. I put lemon and ginger, or there's curcumin, or whatever people suggest.
Hmm.
I take the tips from everybody's health things, because I know that this is my time to make myself look younger than I am.
Yeah.
and so I do alternate days. I look at my skin and I think it needs a mask, or it needs a little bit of you know
And how do you keep your
my hair color or oil.
and how do you keep your afternoons busy? So what do you do in
Yes.
the afternoon?
Afternoons is normally exercise.
Mm-hmm.
I get into going for a walk, which I've delayed today, but it's beautiful and sunny at the moment, so I make the most of the sun,
Mm-hmm.
sit in the veranda, read a book, look at some yoga exercises. Mostly in the afternoon comes my new things like essential oils.
Mm-hmm.
I use all my essential oils here now with eucalyptus, lemongrass, lemon, whatever the mood, you
So,
know.
so what I'm understanding, Rosie, you focus on all the positive elements of your life. And you
Yes,
also focus on things that you're really interested in and passionate about.
yes,
In, reading, you've always been interested in healthy stuff, healthy tips. So you are really using these moments to do more reading and research and practicing things that give you a high.
absolutely, absolutely. It just means that things that I couldn't get my hands on before.
Hmm.
In the first week, I just picked up all the books from my study,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought, well, and they're all sitting here, and I read sort of few pages of one thing, and then I move to another one, and I want to read them all. But I think, well,
Keeping your mind very occupied. And I
absolutely,
understand that you also have times for prayer during the day, so you're keeping your spirit alive. Um,
absolutely, it's so essential, and
and what are
anything
you
that
doing for your physical body?
I have a Tai Chi. We did a course at the Smiley Center,
Mm-hmm.
and we were actually started a course again because I loved it so much for my back, because I don't enjoy a very good strong back, and I have to do the exercises because that will the only thing that will keep me going in staying home.
Right.
I was having physiotherapy and osteopathy, so I don't have all that. I have to do it all myself now. I'm my own doctor at the moment.
You're your own doctor. And do you find that, doing that and keeping positive and having those chats with your family and friends during the day, as well as keeping that routine, has really helped you stay focused and positive in week 4?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's just been, it's a journey that I haven't thought, what will I do?
Mm,
It was never that way. I look at the birds and the trees and the nature, and I
mhm.
think, well, did I spend that much time to look at what nature has created for us? And so that helps. On Mother's Day, I had flowers from family, so I look at them and I think, well, when will the next flowers come? Maybe I'll just pick them up from the garden outside,
Yeah.
and
And
fill.
and Rosie, there are many people who are going to be in the isolation who are not, haven't got a garden or maybe stuck indoors in an apartment, similar to your age and stage of life. What would you recommend to them?
I
What
would
would
say,
you tip?
first of all, keep all your windows open,
Right.
get that fresh air in.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's very difficult. I know I've always looked at the first week, I looked at all the people that live in apartments.
Mm-hmm.
They lived in close spaces. They were still going out and
Mm-hmm.
doing their shopping.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's more and more difficult, even for my children to come anywhere near me at the moment. It's very difficult. So I would say keep involved and keep healthy,
Mm-hmm.
do the exercises, make use of the space that you have, go from one room to the kitchen and from kitchen to the dining room.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a small
Moving,
balcony, sit
keep
outside.
moving, and drinking lots of water.
Yes, I have a checklist, which I say, the first thing I say, warm water. So I fill it up in a thermos
Right.
and keep it there. So it reminds me
Yeah.
that I've got to do that every 20 minutes, wash my hands, have my water.
Mm-hmm.
It's very difficult. But if I don't have a checklist, then I forget.
Well,
And
Rosie, really stay positive. I think you will be an inspiration to many people. And we all know that from all the neuroscience that's out there at the moment, the more that we live in the present and live without fear and hope and find ways to increase good chemicals in our brain, um, will help us to to live through this uncertain time.
Absolutely,
And
absolutely.
and the other thing, it's having a high every day. So it seems to me you always have a high from something. When you have a high every day, something you've learned or something you've done, you increase a lot more dopamine in your brain. And
Absolutely.
when you keep engaging with people, even virtually, you have that bonding effect of oxytocin. So we've got to reduce the anxiety triggers so that our body and our immune system stays healthy and we can really weather this storm.
Yes, it's faith, hope, and peace,
Mm.
love. Give out everything you have in there. It's all there. We've sometimes not taken it out as much, but we can do it now.
Great.
And faith is very important.
Yes. Thank you, Rosie. I'm sure
Thank
this will be an inspiration to everyone.